What is up, guys? It is Robert of Movies with Me, and finally, it is here. Alien Covenant. I've been so damn excited for this movie. I've been waiting for months, and because of that, I watched every single Alien except for Resurrection, which I will pretty damn soon. And I'm a fan. I love Alien. I love Aliens. Alien 3 is alright, but I was so excited for Covenant, and here we are, the sequel to Prometheus, which I also thought was good. Was it good? Let me tell you. Now, this movie is directed by Ridley Scott, which he is the originator. This movie is beautiful. It is shot, I mean, it's gorgeous to look at. Huge landscapes with, again, amazing, just like Prometheus. I was saying it in Prometheus, one of the best highlights was the direction, because so gorgeous. And just like Prometheus, this movie is just as gorgeous, if not even more, because of the location and because of some alien terrain. It was incredible to look at. Now, this movie stars Michael Fassbender, Catherine Waterston, which is Tina from Fantastic Beasts, Billy Crudup, and Danny McBride, and a bunch more other people. There won't be any spoilers in this review, so you can be safe while watching this movie, because there are actually a lot of really big twists in this movie that I was not expecting, so I don't want that to spoil for you, because when you go into this theater and you go in blind, you're going to be surprised. There are actually a lot of really good twists in this movie. In this movie, it starts off like a bunch of the other Alien movies. A bunch of people wake up out of their pods, and all of a sudden, there's a location near them that has habitat. It looks like they can colonize there, because they're on board with 2,000 people ready to get colonized, and they're the workers that are gonna start the colonization. Unlike Prometheus, this movie is definitely an alien movie. It holds the alien name, and even in the beginning with the, how it has the A, the N, and then does the L, it really is like an intro. The music has a lot of alien vibes, while also sharing that Prometheus vibes, because this is still technically a Prometheus sequel, and there's a storyline that really does connect the two together in a very incredible way, and I'm not expecting it at all. And when you see it, it's pretty fascinating, honestly. Like, it really is an incredible storyline that they were talking about that I was not expecting at all, and I'm super glad that they did this. Now, the acting, man, it's incredible. I actually really cared for all of these characters, a good amount of them. Obviously, there are some that just get killed off early, obviously. But when certain characters like Catherine and Michael Fassbender, of course, Michael Fassbender is incredible in this movie. And it's great because each character feels like a character. I just saw Alien 3, and Alien 3, I was saying that I didn't really care for any of the characters, but you got, like I said, Danny McBride, great in this movie. All of them have a backstory, and they have loved ones on the ship that they're trying to just be with. They're trying to be with, and they're just trying to colonize. They just want to do something, that's it. They're not trying to get attacked by a xenomorph, which, of course, it happens. And when these scenes happen, oh, you're going to sit in your seat, and you're just going to be, like, scared for these people, because it's intense. It is definitely not no alien blood. This is that 2017 blood. It is gory, this movie. At times, when the xenomorph can come out, wow. It's a hard R, I will say that. I will say that there's some characters that progress throughout the movie and develop really well, and there's some others that don't, because obviously they get killed. And you could say, well, they're just in there to get killed. And yeah, there are a few characters that you could say they're just there to be killed. And that's not really a good thing in a movie like this. You kind of want each character to kind of be like, oh, I didn't know he was going to die. I didn't know he was going to die. But there are parts where it's like, oh, he's going to go on his own right now to take a piss. Oh, he's dead. It's like, oh, okay, stuff like that happens. And that can be like a little bit of a downside of the movie. But overall, like, especially the story, there is actually a really big overlining story over this movie, and I was really impressed by it, because unlike Prometheus, I thought Prometheus, the last half, kind of got shaky for me, throughout this whole movie, I was invested in the story. I really was. I really wanted to see what Michael Fassbender's character would do in certain situations. You explore the xenomorph, where it's created, where it's been made, and that's pretty incredible because this is an Alien prequel. And I loved every single second of that. And finally, when you see the xenomorph on the big screen for the first time in I don't know how many years. It's been, what is it, 18, 20 years? That's incredible. And finally you see it, and it's so satisfying to see the xenomorph on screen, along with some other creatures that didn't know the names of, but I don't think they were xenomorphs. They were some kind of different kind of creatures, and I think they showed it in the trailers, and they were pretty dangerous too. There are some, like I said, there are some downsides. It's not a perfect movie because there are, like, again, maybe some characters didn't get fleshed out enough because they were just going to be xenomorph bait. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like that horror cliche or thriller cliche where you see that character and it's like, yeah, he's going to die because he needs to go piss. That's kind of dumb. And other than that, I didn't find a lot of other flaws, to be honest. I really did think it was a great movie. I just, I do think there probably could have been a little bit more xenomorph. I think they waited a little bit too long, and especially the last, like, 30 minutes was not exactly, I think, what it did. It just didn't feel like it was the exact flow, the same tone of the movie, because it does get, like, if you see in the trailer, it does get a bit more actiony when it was kind of more slow paced, and I still did love him. It did take a shift in Prometheus to Alien, you know, because Prometheus and Alien, when they connect, it's still really good, but it's also kind of weird. It doesn't mesh as well because, you know, Prometheus and Alien are not exactly the same, but they get pretty close. But other than that, I did really, really enjoy this movie, and it's kind of tough to what I'm thinking, but I think I'm going to give Alien Covenant an 8.5 out of 10. It's the same grade I gave Aliens, and I think people might say, blasphemy, Aliens, 8.5. I still think, I really do believe this is as good as Aliens. It goes, for me, it's like Alien and Aliens and Alien Covenant, a lot of aliens. Pretty much a tie. And maybe that's a blasphemy for some people, but I really, really love this movie. I think it was incredible, and it was intense, and I loved it. The characters were great. Story was really, really well done. There was just some parts that just didn't mesh well with each other, especially that last 30 minutes. Even though it was an epic last 30 minutes, it didn't mesh with the moments before it. But yeah, guys, I'll see you guys next time. Did you see Alien Covenant? What did you think of it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Were you expecting it? Because I heard some people saying, oh, this movie was bad. Well, I don't know what you were expecting. But yeah, guys, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.